What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Another Tuesday, which means another Black Charger video drop. Today is a highly anticipated video. So if you're brand new to the channel, we picked this thing up locally off of Marketplace for $1,200. It has about 130,000 miles, clean title, 5.7 liter V8, and it's actually a pursuit trim. So it used to be a police car. And so we have a full series out of us, going through and fixing this thing up, customizing it a little bit. So in our most recent video, we got this thing wrapped and it looks crazy. So this is what it looked like when we first bought it, and this is what it looks like now. And so in today's video, we are just continuing with the work. We have a lot to do, a lot of exciting stuff. You can see it's sitting on some crazy 26-inch rims. These, I know, have been a very big love or hate thing with all of you. So in today's video, we are going to be swapping them out. So this is a video I know a lot of you have been waiting a long time for. So it'd be really cool to get rid of these 26s, throw some newer wheels on there. Really excited to see the car with the new wheels, but then we're also gonna be installing some coilovers, some brand new pads and rotors, and installing a few other suspension parts. We'll be painting the brake calipers. So we got quite a bit going on today. So yeah, before we go ahead and jump into today's video and get to work on it, want to remind you all, we are down to less than 2 weeks remaining with this giveaway. So this is our build and giveaway number 6, and you can actually enter to win this car. The way you'll enter is you'll go head on over to our website, atlanticbeachcustoms.com. Every $5 you spend will earn you 1 entry into the Charger, and as a bonus, 1 entry into the Jeep. So every $5 you spend, you're basically earning 2 entries, 1 for each of these cars. And the giveaway for this ends on December 1st. So we are literally under 2 weeks until this giveaway ends. And then December 8th is when the live drawing is, where one of you will get your entry number drawn and you will be the new owner of this car. So, with 2 weeks left, don't let this chance slip up. We're gonna get this thing all set already, and one of you is going to be ending 2025 with this thing in your driveway. All right, so without further ado, let's go get into today's video. Let's get these 26s swapped out and let's finish up the exterior. All right, and just like that, the 26s are gone. So the car looks awesome. Saying in our most recent video how I was actually starting to really like the 26s, but now that we have them off of the car, it looks a whole lot better. But I want to show you something crazy. So to fit the 26s, they did have to do a lift. So back here, this is the rear, you can see they just did one of those twist-ins. So that's pretty crazy. But up front is even crazier. So what they did was they took the steering knuckle and they welded an extension to it. So you can see they cut the steering knuckle, they took this piece and welded it to extend it. I am so glad that we are getting this removed. I do have some new steering knuckles that we'll be installing as well. So we'll get rid of these and then, get some new coilovers in there. So we'll be going through and redoing all of this, but man, that is crazy. But yeah, now that we have everything off, we can work on removing the brakes and then basically just removing all of this stuff too, the knuckles, the springs. So actually, let's go ahead and cut these open and get this stuff unboxed. So here they are in the box. So cool. I love the purple rings. And then it does come with the little adjuster spanner wrenches, which is awesome. A little booklet as well with how to install them. And then I believe these are the fronts right here. So there you go. Welds look great. And like I mentioned, I've got these on our white Dodge Charger, and I've got no complaints. They've been running great. They're comfortable, they're smooth. So yeah, want to give a huge shout out to FlashArc. You can use this code down below, pick up a set of these coilovers, and with that code, you'll get 15% off of your order. These are gonna make a huge difference for the car. We went from lifted and on 26s to lowered and on 20s. So we're gonna install these in a little bit once we, disassemble everything under there. All right, so we got Rob over here. So steering knuckle comes off first, and then coilovers. So here's a look at what we removed. You can see it's got that twist and lift. And then here is that knuckle. Pretty scary looking, honestly.
Yeah, so the original stops here and here. All of this in between my fingers is added plates and weld and all kind of goodies. And they definitely reused a lot of the ball joints. That's dead. That's
wow.
Toast.
Over here, you can see we are about to freshen up this entire thing. So we got our new coilovers, new knuckles, a bunch of other suspension components, and then all of the brakes right here. So super excited for this. This will not only look a whole lot better, but it will be a lot more functional and a lot more safe.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We're going from this to all of this. So it'll be awesome. This is definitely a much needed upgrade.
Next steps from here are, well, I got one more arm to take out. I need to take that arm out, replace that arm. The lower is fine, the bushing's fine. So we're gonna replace that radius arm right there. It's pretty much just holds it stationary. And then start piecing all the new stuff back in, the new uppers, the new sway bar links, all that jazz.
This thing is going to ride a whole lot nicer.
Oh yeah. Well, one, it won't have giant 26s on it.
Yeah.
26s is kind of what happened. This is why, you gotta be on your maintenance when you're running big rims or big tires, just because it's so much more stress on everything. I mean, your steering rack, everything. And especially the rear, we'll check the CV axles and make sure the axles are good too. Check them for play, and this is stuff you got to check when you're modifying or doing custom stuff.
Yeah, so I guess we will just go ahead and start tackling some of these other projects, and we'll come back with some updates. And Jared is actually working on the wheels, so let's go switch over to that.
All right, we are here. We are gonna sand these wheels down. I know we're excited to get these put on the car. Cannot wait. So we're gonna sand these down so that we can overcoat them all with the same color. I loaned some guys my 20-year-old sawhorses, and I think they thought I gifted them to them. So we're gonna have to use the back of the truck and improvise a little bit, because those things have disappeared now. So hopefully this will work out, we'll see. But enjoy, we're gonna time lapse this so that you don't have to be here with me all day, and it should be fun.
Okay, so there's another day. We are back at it over here with the Charger, and I'll show you all. I messed up a little bit ordering the brakes. So I could have sworn I triple checked, and somehow I still ordered the V6 brakes for this Charger. So we tried fitting up the rotor, and they are significantly different. The V6 ones are a lot smaller. So we've got all of those V6 brakes back over there. I ordered the correct size ones a few days ago. We are still waiting on those to arrive though, so I'm hoping that they will come before this Tuesday that this video drops. But if for any reason they do not come by then, we'll still just get the wheels fit up so you can get an idea as to how the car is going to look, and then, you know, we'll have the brakes done in the next video when we do the interior work. So Rob has this side finished up. It is ready for the new brakes. And then he has almost got this side done as well, getting that knuckle and all that stuff apart. We'll get that side done. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually take our wheels on over to get the tires mounted. I wanna do that before we paint them, because I have had a few times where, you know, the tire shops will scratch a rim. So I think I'm gonna have them install them before we paint. So let's get all these tires loaded up, take them to the tire shop, get them mounted, but cannot wait to see what these 20s are gonna look like on this Charger. All right, so we just got the wheels dropped off, waiting for those to get done. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and unbox and install this. So huge shout out to Kenny over at DodgePursuit.com. We have installed these on every single Charger Pursuit we've had. If you have a Pursuit, highly recommend you go check their website out. So these are the custom Pursuit badges. Got some really cool stickers. And then right here, you've got the crest badges. So these are pretty cool. And then it also comes with the steering wheel badge. But if we take a look in here, these are my personal favorites. So these are the Hellcop ones. And I think these just look so cool. So this is really going to be the finishing touch for the exterior of this thing. So we're gonna get these mounted up about right there. Got them finished in the sweet matte black, so it's gonna go along with the black theme super well. So we have the 2 fender badges right here, and then we've also got the Pursuit trunk badge. So let's go ahead and get these installed.
So we have these 2 framed, but I'm not sure that I
What are these both?
found anything else. There might be something in the...
Those are just extras.
Oh, okay. So what we're gonna do is we need to cut this.
There's anything else in the bathroom.
So you could
Any other little...
All right, so we got the wheels back. We're getting ready to get these things painted, and we do have a little bit of a change of scenery here. So we actually did pick up the unit next to us as well. So this is a pretty big step for the channel, and this is gonna be really exciting because we're gonna have even more room for builds. But also in the near future, we wanna start offering subscriber and customer builds as well. So we needed a little bit more space, so we got another unit. I'm not gonna show you the entire thing because we actually have our next build parked in here, and we are not unveiling that one yet. So build number 7 is already here, and it is so cool. So stay tuned for build number 7. That will drop on December 8th. So the drawing for the winner for this Dodge Charger is on December 8th, and we're gonna be unveiling the next build on the same exact day. So make sure you're staying tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you go get entered into the giveaway. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I got my little makeshift paint booth for now, but these things turned out great. They did a really good job with the install. So for the tires, we just went with the factory tire size. So we got 245 40/20s. I think these are gonna fit the car super well. This is my go-to, this Rust-Oleum wheel paint. I've always had really good results with this stuff. Now I've gotta go through and clean up all of these wheels, get them all prepped so that the paint can properly adhere. Let's get these things painted and then let's get them thrown on the car. We are finishing up that last wheel. Unfortunately, the brakes did not come today, so we're not gonna have the thing fully reassembled by today's video, but I believe they're supposed to come this weekend. So definitely by our next video, we will have those new brakes installed, paint the calipers, and then get it off of the jack stands. But what we'll still do tonight is throw all of the wheels on the car. We have the coilovers dialed in, but yeah, putting in the long days. I am always the last one here. Okay, here it is. I think that the wheels really did finish it off. You know, it is a bit of a bummer that we did not have the brakes because with it being jacked up, we can't get its true stance right now. But I think we got a perfect amount of height off of the coilovers. It's not gonna be slammed, but it's still gonna be low. Not undrivably low. We do still have to get some new fender liners as well because they did cut those to fit the 26s. So when we do the brakes, that's something else that we will do. But man, it turned out so good. And you can see it's a pretty good fitment as well. You know, we're almost flush. It's not gonna be poking out, but it's also not gonna be way inset. And this is without spacers. So the 26s did use some spacers. So we will once again be leaving the 26-inch wheels with all of these spacers with the car. So if you win this, you know, if you wanna push the wheels out a little bit more, you can throw those spacers back on with these wheels. Or if you like the 26s, you could always go back to those. It looks a lot more modern, but it also looks a lot more aggressive too. These Scat Pack wheels are so sweet. You know, we are nearing the end of this build, and it's been such a fun one. Like, just look at it right here. That satin black with these new wheels, the taillights, the spoiler, it just looks so good. We do still have exhaust coming up, so we're gonna get those quad exhaust tips. You all did vote for the smaller ones, so we will be installing the smaller ones. The car is not quite finished. We still have a bit to do, but at least exterior-wise, you can get a really good idea as to what it's going to look like. The body lines that this car has with the satin wrap really just makes them stand out a whole lot more. So shout out once again to Brendan. If you're watching this, thank you so much for donating some of your old Scat Pack wheels. We got to get you back over here and get some content with your Scat Pack. And want to give another shout out to Flash Arc for the coilovers. Let me know also what color calipers y'all think we should go with. I'm thinking red just because black and red is one of my favorite color combos, but we also love blue, clearly. Debating between red or blue brake calipers. So let me know what your vote is. This thing has really come together. Make sure you're staying tuned for our next video and make sure you go get entered to win this thing. By the time this video drops, I believe we have 12 days until this giveaway ends. So you have got under 2 weeks to go get entered to win this car. And you could win it for literally $5. So go ahead on over to our website, atlanticbeachcustoms.com. Every $5 you spend will earn you 1 entry into the Charger, and as a bonus, 1 entry into the Jeep. So that way, if you do not win the Charger, you still have all of those entries in to win this thing. We would simply not be here without you and all of your support. It's a great way for us to recoup costs, to keep these builds going, and also at the same time, give you a shot at owning cars like this. Stay tuned for our next Tuesday Charger upload, and stay tuned for our Friday Jeep upload. We made huge progress with this thing. So we recently cammed this thing. We could not get it to start. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, we found out what was keeping it from running, and it now runs. So here's a little sound clip. Well, this is where today's video is going to end. So thank you all again so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and we will catch you all this upcoming Friday.